Hey guys, it's your boy V back with more Multified content, and today we are taking a look at Brilliant Rage versus Brilliant Judgment Ghost Rider in ABX Alliance Battle Legend as Striker, and then we will test out and conclude. This has been a hot and debatable topic as basically ever since the Ghost Rider actually got this uniform, which was really insane, obviously seasonal uniform. Before we start out anything, definitely I want to give a huge shout out to Yonix as well as ODS Spell slash Spell Borrow for letting me use their accounts for this testing. It took me a long time, but definitely it was not possible without them. So this is actually Spell's account and I'm trying, and what I'm going to show you in this video is consisting of, I think, 6 or maybe 7 alliance battle runs, maybe 8, I forgot. Anyways, so what's gonna happen is we will be trying Brilliant Judgment 32% auto attack as I'm trying right now in ABX. Then I'm gonna switch and I'm gonna try the Brilliant Judgment 70-100 type damage in ABX obviously, and then we will switch and we will try a Brilliant Rage 300 and Rage 1 proc. Okay, the 301 one. We also can get 1.1 and 1.2, but that's very hard to roll, which is called the max roll for Brilliant Rage. So I was only able to test this thing out, but this should give us some nice solid results because we know about 1.2 million. The 1.2 Brilliant Ray, I should say, the perfect proc, is about a million more than the 301 in most of the content. I would say ABX and AVL combined. So that's why I'm just showing you all these runs. Ghost Rider again has been really good. I know these runs cannot be identical, and I tried to make the most out of the rotations and the gameplay that I've honed over these past months ever since Ghost Rider was introduced. It took me a long time to get him down, but definitely with the help of a lot of players and I would definitely say Odyssey, the ODS alliance that I'm in right now. The guys are definitely insanely helpful. Also, shout out to, yeah, Max. I forgot to shout out to the Max. I was actually using Ghost Rider, and I don't know why my rotation was not working. So Max actually did, I think, 16.8 or something with a Mighty Rage, I believe, on the Paralyzed season. So he told me about the rotation, and I tried it out. It actually worked out, and I was able to increase my score slightly for this video. So yeah, a shout out to Maxi as well. Looking forward and doing this testing, absolutely there can be differences here and there, but anyway, so 32% auto attack I was able to get about 16.8 million. Now we switch to Brilliant Judgment 1700 type, 1700 type, not 1700, which I think is the best. Now we have tried Supergiant before, we have tried multiple characters specifically in Alliance Battle and World Boss Legends. Type always triumphs over the all attack role. Usually all attack role can be helpful, but type also really is great. And all attack, when you go really high on the scores, say about 15 million plus in ABX and say 10 million plus in ABL, the attack doesn't seem to add much. I've seen that firsthand, and I've literally tried, I believe, I think I did that video a long time back, maybe 2 years ago or something. I was on one of my alts Kajula account, and that account actually had like 30% extra attack than me. And I literally saw next to no score in terms of attack, in terms of alliance battle score. So some characters do get a massive bump from certain stats. Some characters do get basically a average, and some characters do get basically no bump in the boost in the scores. So yes, it's gonna be very character oriented, I should say, and it's really hard to say what CTP, what kind of stats affect the character most, because yes, there is obviously the universal peers, very important, that plays a crazy damn role, and then there's attack, then there is now enrages, force CDPs, Odin's blessings, and blah blah blah. We have so much stuff in the game that I think it's gonna be insanely hard for I can just I can just hope that any new player coming to the game doesn't get scared and runs away from the game, because the game is insanely big now. you know so anyways, the like it's fun, it's still fun testing all this stuff out. It's nice that even after so long I am still learning. Even the best of the best of the best players are still learning. and we each update and everything we do learn. So 17.2 million with the 1700 type. So I would say 32% all attack is about 100k or something lower. I think I can push that slightly. So maybe I would say the all attack one will be about 100 or 200k below the type. It depends obviously on the run and everything, but 100 and 200k around that marker I think should be a nice number to look for. It's hard to roll max rolls, by the way, all attack or type. Both are just equally hard, I would say. And as you're seeing the brilliant rage roll, this actually I did the testing before switching to brilliant judgment with type, but I just wanted to do the brilliant judgment before it because I didn't want you guys to be confused with stuff. So anyways, we know obviously rage is supposed to be amazing, and that is the main goal for every PvE player in the game, to get as many brilliant rages as possible for the metas, because that's actually giving you the best score increase over anything else in the game. Then there is Ghost Rider, which now is actually insane because like really crazy now, that even with a brilliant judgment he can play that role. And because Ghost Rider is a striker for all of the character he's the meta striker for basically all of the characters in the whole game, except maybe one or two depending on the certain seasons sometime, but he's everywhere now, and Thor was before him. So that makes him a insane good choice for a brilliant judgment, because even like I think brilliant rages are the luxury, okay? They are probably the only CTPs that most people do not have, and if they do have them, they have only very limited amount of them. So if Ghost Rider triumphs over the rage or does the same in all game modes, we can basically save ourselves a brilliant rage and use it on a particular meta character which we are lacking. And you will see right now, as I'm getting 301 brilliant rage, we are able to get about the same as we got with the brilliant judgment type. Actually, judgment was a bit higher. So in ABX, I would say the brilliant judgment type 70-100 is better than 301 brilliant rage. 301.2 or 301.1 brilliant rages I think will still be the best, but brilliant judgment, if you have that role, it's still awesome. Now what I'm showing you right now is the Luna run, and this is with the Ghost Rider with 32% all attack brilliant judgment striker, because I had to do this. I was not able to showcase the 301 brilliant rage Ghost Rider striker run, but I can tell you I actually never posted the video. I have it recorded already, but that's actually on my other phone, so I cannot do it right now. So what happens is I was able to get 16 million with Luna and Coulson team up with the 301 Ghost Rider brilliant rage striker. If we get closer or same with this one, that definitely means that in ABL brilliant judgment still works, which means that you don't have to particularly give Ghost Rider a brilliant rage just for alliance battle, and you can just use your CTP of judgments if you really want to. But although yes, these tests are only for brilliants, I'm not talking about mighties. I think if you have mighty, a mighty rage should be a bit better than a mighty judgment as a striker in ABL. And for ABX, obviously, mighty judgment will be about the same as mighty rage, I would say. It's not a big difference in mighties. Brilliant, it is sort of a big difference depending on what roles you get and what characters you're using. So usually that just works out. Anyways, we are doing nicely. I think we are having good run. It's not like perfect, obviously, but you can never have a perfect run with Luna. That's how she is. We will be delaying the roar, and 12.3. We should be able to get 13 now, and then we are able to get 14 almost. So we should be able to cap pretty easily. I think I should have used the tier 3 skill a bit earlier, but we are able to have about 15 point, almost 15.82. Okay, a better run I can do 16. Now let me show you brilliant judgment 70-100 type Ghost Rider, because now the difference is the 70-100 type on Ghost Rider never activates as striker. Same goes as I said before as well. If you are having a mighty CTP on any of the character as striker, the forged option will not trigger if it's a chargeable option. I think I've never said that. That was a pretty awesome line, but I'm saying it now. If you have a mighty rage which has 180 or 200 enrage proc, and if you think it will be humongously better or better than your normal rage, you're wrong. Normal and mighty rages both have similar 0.9% bosses defense ignore on the rages. So whatever you do, the enrage proc on one skill will never activate. You have to use that player or use that character as a whole, or I should say as a main DPS to be able to charge it. It takes at least 3 to 4 skills to charge that enrage proc. So that's not happening, and that's not gonna make a difference. That's why I always actually went with a normal rage on my Black Widow when I tier 4 her, because I wanted her just as a striker, and a mighty would have been, I would say, a waste, unless you're using, as I said, as a main character. That's all. Anyways, doesn't make actually a big difference, but we will see about that. So we have this run going on pretty nicely. 11 million we have on the board. As I said, Brilliant Rage 301 Ghost Rider Striker. With Luna Snow, with the exact same team, I was able to get about 16 million with this. So if we touch that, which I think we should, we are at 12 million. Luna gains usually about 3 to 3.5 million or something, depending on what the procs are, or where the procs are, I should say. This was bad, he actually charged away. So still, it's going nicely. We have 14, 15 almost. And then here we hit it. Last rotation, we are able to hit basically just 16, just 500 points or some 50,000 points short. Okay, last run but not the least, I wanted to show you an ABX run with the 1700 type. Okay, I think I posted a video of Dr. Octopus with where I did 17.6 million with him, obviously, with cancelling all the roars. That was actually with before the sword changes. So this account is slightly better than what it was when I posted that video. But there was one more thing, that last week I tried Dr. Octopus. Not last week, I think few days back, 2 or 3 days back maybe. I tried Dr. Octopus. I was not able to cancel both the roars, and I had to break the barrier for the second roar. The good thing about this run is that we do the same here. So what happens is the barrier we will still have to break in this rotation, in this run as well, because I was not able to cancel it. So you will see just in a bit that why that actually happened. So you actually have to get one extra rotation, and you can see the timer. I will not be able to make it. Okay, once I use the 4, he's gonna go for the roar, and now sadly I have to break it with that tier 4 road. Although it doesn't take much, you can see it only takes like 1 second to break that barrier once you have that tier 3, tier 4 rotation going on along with the proc. So it's not a humongous difference, but we lose one rotation worth of damage right here. So that kind of makes a difference, maybe about 300k, 400k difference. One rotation definitely can make that. Okay. Anyways, we will go through all of that, and rest of the run I believe was pretty smooth. The fourth rotation is very easy. The third rower, not fourth rotation. It's actually very easy to go. And as you can see, we are about 16. So after this, we should have time for one more tier 4 rotation right here. We will go through here, 17. It should give us about the same, and we ended 17.63 million. So same score that I got last week, probably 100k higher than what I got last week. Because last time when I tried, so it was 17.5. So now if I had to make a conclusion of this one, again, I know Alliance Battle Legend Run Ghost Rider solo, I will try and do that video later on compared to a Rage. But for now, the conclusion I can make for Ghost Rider about the CTPs, should you have a Brilliant or should you get a Rage, I would say this is how it looks like. So for basically every content, I would say the best is gonna be obviously the Brilliant Rage with the max roll 301.2 to 301.1. The second choice should be the second best, I would say, Brilliant Judgment 70-100 type. The third best, I would say, will be the 301 Brilliant Rage, and the fourth one should be the Brilliant Judgment 32% all attack roll. I'm talking about the max rolls. So 240 procs is definitely needed. The attack doesn't make a big difference. So maybe you can say the Brilliant Rage 301 and the Brilliant Judgment 32% attack can be switching places depending on the procs. So this will be the conclusion for Ghost Rider. And yes, if you have a Mighty, if you have a Rage, or I should say a Brilliant, you can definitely give it to your Ghost Rider. It will not disappoint you. I tried it myself. For some characters like Jean Grey, it actually gave me about a 400k increase in ABX, and that is a humongous value compared to that. Also, because of that, it can save you a Rage or a Mighty Rage or a Brilliant Rage for some other meta. And that concludes there. I hope you liked the video. Give this video a like if you did enjoy this. Also, for more awesome content, subscribe to the channel right now. Hit that red button, and I hope you keep enjoying the channel and keep supporting, keep loving. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, if you do enjoy the content, I hope to see you again. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. See yas.